Hello, my friends, and welcome to my spiritual sanctuary and Feng Shui Friday. Another week has passes by, and I want to thank you for joining me again. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and join me every Friday for some great information. Now, today, what I want to talk about is we have a lot of planetary influences coming up this next week ahead. We have the total solar eclipse on Tuesday, July 2nd, and that's in Cancer. So we're starting the eclipse season coming up, and so things are going to start to get really a little turbulent in the planetary systems. So being in Cancer means that's emotions, feelings, and could bring up a lot of feelings, emotions, and just, all those things that are become hidden within our inner selves and brought to the surface. Could agitate us, could make us feel very jubilant, happy, aggravated, all mix of emotions. So with that comes a lot of, changes and things coming up in our lives that maybe we didn't expect, and things from the external environment that are beyond our control, and that can sometimes play havoc in our lives. So my subject today is going to be about sleep, because sleep is so important when we're going through our feelings, emotions, and that may keep us up at night. And I know when I go out to do my consultations for Feng Shui consultations, the first thing people say to me is, God, if you could just help me sleep, I would be so grateful. A lot of people out there just can't get a good 7-8 hours worth of sleep, and if you're not sleeping correctly, your body's not healing properly, and therefore you're not at your optimum. And of course that opens up a lot of doors for other things and other health issues to come into play. So sleep is very important, and in Feng Shui we address the bedroom and how all of that is going to help us to have the best sleeping environment possible for the proper rest and relaxation. Now, a couple of other planetary things we got going on is the lunar eclipse is coming up on July 16th and 17th. And again, that's in Cancer, a lot of emotions. And we're in Mercury's going retrograde on July 7th through the 31st. So we're in the shadow period right now. So that means everything's kind of slowing down, and we're reanalyzing, re-looking at things. Mercury retrograde is the time that there may be communication challenges, travel challenges. There's just a lot of technical things that may not go as planned. It does require a lot of patience, and therefore, most importantly, we get our rest and we get good sleep. So what I wanted to talk about was Feng Shui for the bedroom, and the position of the bedroom is so important in a household. So what we like to see in Feng Shui is to keep the bedrooms at the back of the house. And so what I'm going to do is show you, just an example of if you have a floor plan, and we'll just say it's a rectangular, okay, and I'm just gonna, not be to scale, but we want to keep our bedrooms at the back of the house. Let's say that's the front door. These are the command positions of the space, and that is where you're going to have a dominant influence. It's going to have the best influence for a good support, back support for the sleep experience. Now, also when we look at our offices and businesses, if you'll notice, most often the CEOs, big president of the companies, they're at the back of the space because they are the support system for the entire space, and that goes with in the household as well. So when we're sleeping, we want to be in the most dominant position where we feel supported by our spaces. If we're in the front of the house, there's other issues that might come into play that may not make us feel as safe. I know if we're in the northeast or northwest areas, there's other implications that happen there, and it causes you to not want to stay in that space for long periods of time. I know people that have had a bedroom in the front area here, and they're just never home. They're traveling all the time, or they're sleeping, they're gone every weekend, or if it's a child's room, children are never home, they're sleeping at other people's homes and that kind of thing, because it's just not conducive to a solid backing like it would be in the back of the house. Okay, so that's a little bit about planning your bedroom spaces, and something to think about if you're having trouble sleeping. Then position your bedroom in the back of the house, okay? And remember that our bedrooms are a place of healing. They're a place that we should have a sacred space. They're basically for rest and relaxation, not for activity. The bedroom should be very yin quality, not yang quality, and that includes colors as well. So we want to incorporate healing colors like blues and greens. Stay away from reds and very loud colors that would awaken the senses and not allow for a conductive healing. So what we want to do is, number one, we want to keep all work out of the bedroom. Okay, the bedroom is just for rest and relaxation. So we don't want to have offices in the bedroom and that kind of thing. I know for myself, I have a little area that I have for my cards and my meditation that I do in the mornings, and that's okay, but you don't want to be having computers and all of the electronic equipment, because it's not conducive to a deep sleeping to get you back into that big, deep alpha sleep that we need. Now, also we want to remove TVs and electronic equipment, because what that does is it is not conducive to sleeping. The electromagnetic fields, when people sleep with the TV on, they have a propensity to not sleep to their deepest sleep for their healing. The electromagnetic energy just, even though we can't see it, it runs rampant in the room, and it's hitting us on an energetic level, and so you're not going to have a great sleep experience. Now, it's okay to have a TV in the bedroom, and I do myself. However, I don't sleep with the TV on, and I create a very yin environment, and that's what I tell my clients. When they're having trouble sleeping, that's what you need to look at first, okay? And what you want to do is use lighter woods and natural materials, and stay away from dark, heavy furniture. It tends to weigh the bedroom down. It gives you that heavy feeling when you're sleeping instead of the light and airy feel like a dream, So you want to make sure that you are using lighter woods, lighter colors, and like I said, you want to use like greens and blues and colors that are of healing and very cool colors. And if you want to know more about color theory, I can definitely help you with that, and just email me for a private reading, and I do go into all of that. And then I look at the electromagnetic fields that are going on in your space as well. So that leads me to the next is the electromagnetic energies of clocks and lights that are right next to your head in the bed. So if you're having trouble sleeping, you want to unplug these at night or move the clock to another location in the room. I have my clock way on the other side of the room so that it doesn't inhibit the electromagnetic energies hitting me on it all night when I'm trying to get my rest. So if I was to have a meter, and I would put that meter up to even a light that was shut off but was plugged into the wall, you would be amazed at the amount of electromagnetic fields, energy that's coming out of that plug. So even though we can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not there, okay? So just another tip if you're having trouble sleeping. Now, what we want to do is we want to have a wood headboard and a wood frame. We want to stay away from metal. Again, metal is a conductor to electromagnetic energy. All of those fields in our house, wireless and that kind of thing. Stay away from metal frames. We want wood. Wood is not a conductor. It will ground you, okay? And you want a wood headboard in the back so we have a nice support for sleeping. Preferably against a solid wall. Okay, we don't want to have the bed up against a window or a door or something like that, because energetically we're not feeling supported behind us, even though on a conscious level we may think it's fine because it makes sense to put my bed there. Well, on an unconscious level, I'm telling you that you're not getting into a supported system when you're sleeping. And one of the theories behind that is, in the shamanic realm, is that your soul is leaving and going out into the world while you're sleeping, and therefore you're not energetically grounding yourself and getting into that full rest. So stay away from windows and doors behind your bed, and try to have a solid wall with wood furniture and to ground you. The sheets, you want them to be in your color that really brings energetic resonance to your constitution, okay? And that's all about the 5 elements, and definitely I can tell you what colors would be most beneficial for your sheets. Just surround yourself with color and that kind of thing in your room so that it feeds your constitution and your healing ability, because we're healing during our 7-8 hours that we're sleeping, okay? We're healing, our body's regenerating. We want to give it as much help as possible, okay? Because we have so many other external things going on in our worlds that we want to feed that part of us, okay? Let's see, what else? There's, we want to keep all the plugs, you can have your electric stuff plugged into the wall, but if you're having trouble sleeping, unplug them at night. Don't have them plugged into the wall, and just plug them in the morning when you get up. Okay, just a precautionary measure. Now, a lot of people have ceiling fans, okay, on the, in their master bedroom over their bed, and they keep those ceiling fans going on all night long, and then they wonder why they can't sleep. Well, that's why, okay? Now, if you're not having trouble sleeping, no problem. Use your ceiling fan if that makes, if you like that and it helps you to sleep, you like the noise. But I'm telling you, on an energetic level, it is affecting you. It is, because those electromagnetic fields are hitting you all night long. And it's breaking down, your aura and our energy systems. And disease all starts in the energy system first before it manifests into the physical body, okay? Now, also what we would like to do is keep our mirrors to a minimum in the bedroom as well, because mirrors, what they do is they accentuate an area. They increase the vibrancy of a space. So if you want to enhance an area, use a mirror, okay? I oftentimes will use a mirror to bring the outside in a closed area because it expands it, okay? However, when you're sleeping, you don't want that. So if you're having trouble sleeping and you have those mirrored closet doors that everybody has in these, homes, then what you want to do is just open the door so there's maybe just one, and put like a sheet over it at night, or take them out altogether and put wood in there, the wood shuttered doors or something in there, and just keep your mirrors to a minimum. Cover the mirrors at night if it's not possible for you to remove them. There's always nice tapestries and sheets or something like that that you can put over them if you're having trouble sleeping. So next thing is bed position. Okay, so according to your astrology, everybody has their good direction and their not so good direction. So you want to be in the flow of the universal energies based on your birth information, your constitution, so that you're getting into your deep sleep and have the best outcome for your sleep. Now, that's depending on your birth date. So if you want to email me, my email is myspiritualsanctuaryinfo@gmail.com. And we can set up a session with you, a 30-minute session, and or whatever, an hour session, whatever you would like, and we can go over all of that, the directions, what's best for you. We can talk about your bedroom and how you'd like to set it up, and see how we can go from there. Now, for me, my good directions, my best direction is east, so I sleep in the east. My head is facing the east, the top of my head, okay, not this way, but the top of my head is facing the east. All right, now when you're sitting at a desk working, you want to be in your good direction, then you're facing that direction. You're facing your good direction. Again, that's based on your birth information. Contact me for a private reading. I'll fill you all in on that, okay? Again, my email is myspiritualsanctuaryinfo@gmail.com. Okay, last but not least, clutter. Clutter in the bedroom is a no-no. We want to keep it very simple, very sparse, okay? What we've learned is, counters should be 50% empty, okay? So no clutter in the bedroom, no clutter underneath the bed. That's important as well. It's just hitting us on an energetic level. And clutter is a distraction, so even though you may be sleeping, you're thinking, and you wake up in the morning and you're looking at all of these things that you may need to take care of, laundry or books or this or that. You don't want that in the bedroom, okay? There's other places in the house for that kind of stuff. Every use has a different place, and it's important that we can structure all of our areas so that they flow well, and so we're in our highest energy for how we're living our lives. Okay, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about preparing for bedtime. Like when we prepare to go to work in the morning, there's a whole ritual that we do. Well, you should have a ritual for your evening as well. So try to go to bed at the same time every night so that your body gets into the rhythm. You can use self-hypnosis. I use self-hypnosis to get myself into a state so that I can sleep. I anchor that in every night, and I don't have any problem sleeping. I can fall asleep like that because I use self-hypnosis on myself. Again, if you'd like a private reading, I can help you with that, okay? We want to have it dark and yin. There are certain things that you can get your shades. There's room darkening curtains. You want to keep it as dark and as cool as possible, Again, don't want to use fans or anything with electromagnetic energy. It's just a natural coolness. Natural. We want to open the window, even maybe let some fresh breeze in if that's possible. And then have our windows covered so that we are, keeping the light to a minimum when we're sleeping. Okay. Now, in these crazy times ahead of us coming up with this eclipse season, I think it's important for everybody to, I know for me, I need to have a ritual. I always go back to my spiritual practices when things are crazy. Prayer, meditation, and getting good rest is what will save you through this. Writing, keeping a journal, a dream journal. Keep it by your bed when you wake up in the morning. Record your dreams. They're going to tell you a lot about your processing and what you're experiencing to help you, get through and cleanse and then move forward, releasing. It gives you insights on where to go next. I know for me, prayer is about speaking to your divine source, God, Buddha, whatever you want to call it, who you pray to. That's speaking to your divine source. And then meditation is listening, and listening to the answers come. And then recording them in a journal, because they come fast. All that information is downloaded. And you may think it's your imagination, but it really isn't. That's the divine speaking through you to help you move forward in your next steps in life. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that helps you sleep better. I hope it helps you to get through this eclipse season that's coming up. And I just wanted to say that I have a couple more days left on my unique Feng Shui Done For You 3-part program. I'm offering it for half price. That's a 60-minute astrology session with me. It's a recorded call. And then and then we do your Feng Shui of your space. And then the third is also putting the two together for implementation and results so that you can receive the desired effects that you would like in your life, okay? That's for $297 right now, $297, and it's normally a $600 program. If you want to go ahead and email me, my email is myspiritualsanctuaryinfo@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, www.myspiritualsanctuary.com, and put your name in the opt-in for email, and I'll get notified. I'll contact you right away, and we'll get you set up, okay? That's all I have for you today. I wish you have a wonderful weekend. 4th of July is coming up. Happy Independence Day, and I wish everybody a wonderful Friday, and thank you for joining me today. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe before you leave so I can send you my next video that's coming out next week, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've enjoyed being with you today, and I just want to wish you a wonderful week ahead. Namaste, my friends. Bye-bye for now.